Let me hear it. Nah, one more. We missing some energy. Like, I like the tone, but the energy not where it's supposed to be at. They call me legend, you could tell by my taste. But some call me Ace from the way. Prime time, baby, when pro in different games. Double my income in 330 days. The music or the points, them niggas can't score with me. They don't compare to niggas that lost the wars with me. They chat GPT, they think they crossing me. I really came up AI, all indie. That lost the wars with me. They chat GPT, they think they crossing me. One more. Let me hear it. Nah, one more. We missing some energy. Like, I like the tone, but the energy not where it's supposed to be at. They call me legend, you could tell by my taste. But some call me Ace from the way. Prime time, baby, when pro in different games. Double my income in 330 days. The music or the points, them niggas can't score with me. They don't compare to niggas that lost the wars with me. They chat GPT, they think they crossing me. I really came up AI, all indie. Walk with me, I done seen the valleys with the shadows. Now I'm Nah. Alright, we gonna break it up. We gonna break it up. I'm doing it over anyway. It's still not getting it's still not punching like I needed to punch. The music or the points, them niggas can't score with me. They don't compare to niggas that lost the wars with me. They chat GPT, they think they crossing me. I really came up AI, all indie. Different game, double my income in 330 days. The music or the points, them niggas can't score with me. They don't compare to niggas that lost the wars with me. They chat GPT, they think they crossing me. I really came up AI, all indie. Walk with me, I done seen the valleys with the shadows. Now I'm matching palace with the bottles, plotting chateaus. Can a young nigga get money, touch paper? Gold bars over grams, I'm trying to get my weight up. The spoils go to Victor. So if you looking for me, I've been out the way, trying to stack my pay. I've been putting in pain. My favorite part of the game, when I'm having them dreams, I look up at the moon, it be howling at me. I see. Don't come through all the time and shit like that. So I was just asking, like, the niggas, my people, like, yo, what y'all over there?
I think that was the challenge, not being pigeonholed to just one thing. And Ace did that. Like, there's not one song that defines this album. Ace is a multifaceted artist. He perfectly represented that with each track. So
I'll say Ruby Rose because that's my favorite. You get to meet like a different side of Ace. So I really can't describe it in one song because this project takes you to, it's like 3 different worlds in one.
Part 4, bro. I think, I don't wanna, I'm not trying to repeat what's been said, you feel me? But each iteration of, that series, I think it's all been kind of emblematic of like you at different stages of your, not just your artistry, but your life. So at this point, knowing about, just some behind the scenes stuff and where you're at in this moment and hearing part 4, it just really brings the project together.
Part 4. Like, to me, there's no question about that. Like, it builds on the world that's already been foundational for everything that we're doing today. But then it also like points you towards the future of what's to come, like the vocals, the melody, the flow, it's like, while being on some OD auto-tune heavy shit, being on some like real flow heavy, you're still paying an homage to like the Jay-Z and 50 Cent that truly inspired you to do this rap shit, and you're still barring niggas down. By far, Part 4 got it. And that's my favorite song. There might be some bias there then.
I know that my focus over the next couple of months is just like dropping content, get hot, smack niggas and wake niggas up. But it's like,
I think it would just be like Ace in his most flyest fit, looking pristine, jewels on and everything, rollie showing. And in the mirror, it would be a reflection of himself, white tee or a tank top, with that hunger and that ambition in his eyes. And I think knowing him as a person and not just an artist, Ace has done so much, and he's putting in so much work, and he always shows up as the best version of himself. But when you listen to his music, he'll never let you forget about his humble beginnings. If this was like a film, the final iteration of what you hear is just like never letting go of that motivation, that humble beginning, that hunger, even though he's the best version of himself and he's making it work throughout the process.
The ending of Above the Rim, say really the moment of the game-winning jump shot. The game-winning jump shot is everything that he's been through from start to finish, from the grit, the grind, going through, you know, the trials and tribulations to get to your goal. He gets that pass in the last moments, and it's putting everything you learned into an art form to hit that game-winning shot. So I feel like this moment here is that game-winning shot that Ace has, and that's the start of a new beginning, a new maturity, a new path. So I feel like that would be the end scene for me.
This would be a scene where you are kind of enjoying the fruits of your labor with everyone else, but you're kind of sitting back and like really taking it in while everybody else is kind of celebrating and, you know, having all the fun and whatnot. But you kind of just sitting back observing, like, damn, like, look at what I got to, you know, like, look what I was able to achieve amidst everything that's happened.
The movie would be on some get rich die trying shit. The niggas hustling the whole movie, and as it's closing out, you're hearing like the soundtrack and the niggas like climbing up the steps. So you're expecting to see like a skyline, but then like as he gets to the door, like it cuts, because then that's the next album when you actually get to enjoy the skyline. Like you was grinding the whole movie. So the whole album is like, this is what I've been doing, this is what I've been doing, this is what I've been doing. And then like the next album you drop, like the next offering is gonna be like, we at the skyline, we sipping wine, we got, you know, the most beautiful servers in the room. Everybody got they, you know, adorned with whatever kind of jewelry, fashion, whatever it is that you enjoy. Like, you see that next movie, that's part 2. So it closes out like you walking up the steps, you coming up the fire escape or whatever the case, and it's like you about to get to the roof, but then you close it out right before niggas get to enjoy that part.
How you feeling about that?
yeah, we just doing doubles now.
Yeah, okay, best. So you probably just do a double on there, maybe. He was bugging just now. It's an AC though, bro. Like,
You know it's all about family.
Yo, I feel like the red He's bugging, bro. He's
I think Ace walked into this album vulnerable, just hungry, but not in the like corny way. I think he just had a specific idea of what he wanted to do, and he was open to being molded, you know what I'm saying? And the person that walked out of this process, more or less the same person, but I think he's better off from the experience. Like, he's 100% sure of everything when it comes to the way the music sounds, the way he wants to look in the video, the way the packaging, the merch. And not to say that he wasn't always meticulous, But I think he upped it to another level where it's like a different echelon that he's on. So he's more polished, but he's gonna be better for it, you know, with his business endeavors and just as a man. He really matured during this album, and you're gonna hear it. Like the music is like nothing you ever heard before. It's really, really, really good. It's really polished, and I stamp it. But you know, salute to Ace. Proud of you, boy.
I would say with version Wilton, I feel like we get a more mature Wolf on this album. I feel like for everybody that's listened to Scar Tissue in the beginning, you don't really get a lot of that. You get a little hint of it, but I'll definitely say a mature Wolf project in terms of this one, in terms of, like I said, the expansion, in terms of having that definition as an artist and is willing to go to different places. So I feel like it's Wolf times 10 to me.
It's so funny, you wouldn't think it's possible, but I think this Ace has gotten even more confident. He's, you know, it's a guy that's been very sure of himself since I met him. You know, it's just always been a very grounded and like assured energy about him. But I think this is probably his best performance, like a 2018 Braun kind of season. Lyrical ability, the range of the content, and what you're talking about in the songs is that input to the beats and everything like that, and you know, just the overall structuring and the soundscape of the project. I think that's emblematic of someone that knows what the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not much guessing here. I think the version of Ace that's walking out is an Ace that knows how to put the tools together and really get what he wants for real.
I don't think I have a real answer for this one. I think Ace knew what he wanted when he started this shit. It was clear. What has it been? A year straight? Yeah, like a year and change. So it wasn't like, I don't think there was like any kind of metamorphosis. I think it was just confirmation. Yeah, like I'm him. There were points for sure, like the idea was a bit more broad, but I like how it streamlined, especially in like the last 8 months. It just was like, all right, this is the album, this is what we doing. But it started like as a really broad idea, like a 4-part sequence, and then it was like 4 different EPs, and it was like, there was a lot of evolutions to what the album was gonna look like, but he knew he wanted to tell a story, paint a real picture of like the lifestyle being developed. So I don't know, he walked in as who he was gonna be.
I wish we would have gotten that freestyle, that first freestyle you did over the beat, bro. Because like even now, there's something, you hit a true flow state. Like niggas talk about flow state, it's like fucking lingo. This nigga was in a bag, cause just going, and it was for at least like a good 10 minutes. Like we just let the shit flow because we were trying to catch, like, mind you, it's late.
Right.
It's late.
It's early. It was so late.
It was so late. It got early.
It's 4 a.m., 5 a.m. the next morning.
And we're going, and he's like, alright, like I'm trying to figure it out. And through trying to piece together from the freestyle, we got the hook. But that
like,
those first bits, bro.
Just excited for the project, man. So, I mean, this is my brother to the end of the days. Like I met this man when I was 7 years old. So just to see like what he could do in terms of our love for music together, it's amazing to see what he can even put together. So just watching with my eyes from when we was in high school to now, in terms of how much he matured in the game and how much he has to say about his story and how much he's willing to tell you, he really takes you there. So like I say, I'm just last know in terms of testify, it's like you really have to sit and listen to what Ace has been through and what he's willing to tell you through his stories. It's like each and every project is different, even though you still get the grit, the grind, the struggle of what he's been through, he can give you a different, you know, way of telling you in terms of his artistry and how he projects his style. So I feel like that's for me, and I love my brother to death, and he's going places for real.
Yo, it's been such a pleasure to just kind of observe the process of how the project comes to fruition for real, because it's been a long time coming, bro. And I think it's very important that people take their time with the art they want to bring to the world. And there was never a point in time where I felt like there was a rush, more so that there was a sense of urgency for you to make sure this gets done. It was never like I'm gonna just throw some shit together because I gotta get it out. You know, it was never that kind of situation. So being able to observe somebody really take their craft seriously to that extent, and a peer of mine, you know what I'm saying? Because it's always something easy to think about as far as like artists that you don't really know, you know, super mainstream and all that kind of shit, and think about the degree of quality that goes into what they're putting out. But it's not often you can say that you have a peer who's kind of in that same realm, you know? And, you know, I'm very grateful to be able to be there in that process because it's been extremely inspiring for me. And, you know, it's been a pleasure to see for real. So thank you.
I'm grateful to have been a part of this. Being a part of this shit was beautiful, right? Because I've been here since early Ace The Legynd. So from then to now, like to see this being the quality of work being put out, I'm proud. I'm proud to call that nigga my brother. I'm proud to call that nigga a collaborator. And I'm grateful, so thank you.
Yesterday was the anniversary of my man's passing. I left work early, started listening to shit, whatever. Came across this shit, and I'm like, it's like the skies opening up, like, nigga, this is the one, you know what I mean? This is the shit that you need to get on right now. So it's like, hell yeah, and I didn't even have to figure out which direction I wanted to go. It was just about keeping that balance and like, you know what I'm saying? What I'm really trying to discuss type shit.
My favorite part of the game